Hello, all you miraculous healers. Today I'm going to talk to you about your relationships. And the reason for that is that they're the number one factor in your well-being, your health, your wealth. So I'm going to talk to you about cleaning up your business relationships to help your healing practice thrive and for flow to be created with ease and grace. Stay tuned to hear more. After interviewing hundreds of amazing healers like you on my podcast, I discovered their biggest challenges include not knowing where to get started to build their healing practice, build their practice so they can attract a stable income to support themselves, and that their advertising efforts seem like a waste of time and money. I had these same frustrations during my 30-year healing history. When I finally retired as a physics professor, I needed to replace my six-figure salary fast. As a highly sensitive introvert, I couldn't use typical sales techniques. Instead, I developed a 3-step system that replaced my income within 5 months. I've helped others develop their successful healing businesses with this system, and I can help you too. I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas. Listen in to discover more. Welcome back. I'm really excited. This is my favorite topic because for so many years in my life I've had difficult relationships, and it wasn't until about my mid-40s when I really took charge and energy healing became a staple or a really important part of my life. So as soon as I started cleaning up all my relationships, everything magically changed, and it's been absolutely wonderful. So in your business relationships, you'll find that 5% of the people that are in your business will take up 95% of your time. So let's dive into what those could be. The first is the clients, right? These are the people that you are serving. They come to get your help. And if you have a client that is completely draining you, even after you've worked with them for a little while, hoping that they'll transform, they're taking more than what you are paying, what they are paying you. So it's really important to fire them. And you know, like I said, you don't need to fire them right away, because in my practice, I have had clients that in the beginning were a little bit draining because they were so needy and desperate. And I didn't take them because I was needy myself or in lack. I took them because I knew that they could transform rapidly. That's where you use your spidey sense, right? So then, after a while, if you haven't had any luck with their transformation, that's the time to fire them, meaning that your energy and their energy simply don't mesh very well. And it's really time to let them go so they can find somebody who can help them a lot better. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a dry throat problem. Anyhow. So that's the first relationship. Those are your clients. Number 2 are your vendors or your contractors, right? These are the people that are providing a service for you, whether it's something that's online, whether they're helping you write ads, whether they're helping you put your website up. Somehow you need to have somebody that you resonate with. And I'll give you an example. I was working with a company that provides virtual assistants, and the first virtual assistant they provided me, I worked with her, I tried to be patient and worked with her for almost 2 months, and nothing really came of it. So I called them back and I said, look, either send me a refund or send me someone else that can actually do the job that you claimed that they would do for me. And fortunately, that worked out really well, because now I have a really great assistant that helps me with all of the techie things, the repetitive techie things that I need done to run this business. And it really helps lift the burden off my shoulders. So, this is one of those things where you hire slowly and fire fast, right? And I always give people a chance, especially if they were just in the midst of being trained, right? But in her case, she was too green, too fresh, and not able to handle it. I'm sure at some point she will be trained well enough, but if you are supposed to be getting a service and nothing comes of it, then it's time to let that go, right? And there are many, many great vendors or service providers. So it just means that sometimes you need to go through 2 or 3. There's so many of them, you need to go through 2 or 3 or even 5 or 10 until you find the one that works the best for you. And then the last kind of business relationship is business partners, right? So, look, you are magical. You are miraculous, you're magical, you're generous, you are helping other people, and people are attracted to that. And I've had people who wanted to work with me or do business with me, and then I would start to thinking that this would be a good solution. And then what happened is it would just fall apart because I would do the lion's share of the work. The other person wouldn't do very much. And so I kind of gave up on that. Now, every once in a while, you may run into a really great partner. I've seen an alternative healing place partner up with a business person, and the two of them worked so well together that the business sang. But in general, when you look around, you'll find that most people are solopreneurs, and there's a good reason for that, right? Especially people that are, vibrating in the levels that we are vibrating at. So good partnerships are ones that add to one another, while the poor partnerships are the one where it's an imbalanced relationship. One person's doing most of the giving, another person's doing most of the taking. So remember, these are the same kind of relationships that you probably have in your personal life. So client would be like your friends, right? You don't want a friend where you have to beg to meet, right? You don't want a friend where you feel like you're doing all of the connecting. Oh, let's get together and have, let's go get together and play tennis. Let's get together and go to a movie. Let's get together and go out for coffee. And then when the time comes, they'll bow out, right? And me, I got tired of chasing all the relationships. I guess I loved them more than they loved me. And finally, I decided that, everyone doesn't have to like me because I don't like everyone, right? And then if vendors would be somebody that is coming to your home and delivering a service, right? And you especially don't want people with poopy energy to come into your home. You want to have the right person that cleans your house or does your lawn or paints your house, all of that. People that are giving you, exactly what you pay for, right? And again, you can use your intuition or your spidey senses to determine whether those are the right people. And then your business partner would be like your life partner. And I never expected to find a life partner that I could work well with. And when I found him, he wasn't, I wasn't looking for anybody and he wasn't looking for anybody, but we sensed that there was something special between us, and it's been really great ever since. And this is somebody that is my husband now, and it's somebody that I've known most of my life. So it's really awesome. So there's another kind of relationship. Those are your relatives. There's not much you can do about them except do healing between you and them, because you have them in your life and they have you and their life. And you can take it or leave it. But all of the other relationships that I'm talking about, those are the voluntary ones, right? So to recap, you have clients and you need to fire them when, after you've done a little work on them, they're not transforming, and they can then end up being your best advocates and your best friends at some point later. So at least give them a little bit of a chance. Don't just put the wall up and say, oh no, I can't, I don't, and I won't, right? And the next one is the vendors, or the people that are working for you, where you're paying, whether they're your employees, whether they're somebody that's delivering a service, whether it's a contractor, somebody that is helping your business out and you're paying for their service. And then last are the business partners. You want a business partner in which there is an equitable give and take, and if there isn't, then the business will fall flat, right? And I can tell you some horror stories. For example, my uncle was in business with someone who took money out to play the big role of, look, I have all this, I'm wearing my Rolex and my fancy cars, and the business flopped. And my brother was in business with somebody who was similar, right? So you can end up with a lot of trouble. So you have to be careful with business partners. And if you go into business with someone, the last piece of advice is to have a really clear contract, right? That clear contract is going to really help you out. Okay, so I hope that was helpful today, right? To clear up your business relationships, to help bring in flow with ease and grace, meaning whenever you have something toxic running in your business, like last time I talked about clearing up money clutter, clearing up other clutter, and next time I'll talk about how unfinished projects are really a black hole of energy that can suck the life out of you, and also out of your business and out of your environment. So thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you found this message helpful, please subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up or a 5-star rating, and share it with your friends. To discover more about the 3-step system for attracting a generous income as a healer or intuitive coach, sign up for free at www.highpaidhealers.com. I look forward to seeing you there and in the next video.